Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. Get your glue guns ready because we are going to have a really cute craft today. So we are going to be taking a little plant saucer. I don't even know what size it is. Probably about 8.5 inches, but any surface will do. And we are going to be taking these seed starter pots. I'm going to be using one of those. Took out 3 of them. I only need 1 here. And then we have some sticks that I went out in my yard and picked up. And we're going to be using some reindeer moss and some stones from the Dollar Tree. Everything except for the sticks, we're going to be using some of the, what do you call this, floral foam, also Dollar Tree. Oh, I did pick up rocks out of my yard too. All right, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to be making the tomb of Jesus, okay? And what I want to do is I want to make a hill around it because we're also going to be putting Calvary in our little scenery here. And so we're going to kind of have Calvary Hill up behind it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue down my little plant pot. This is going to be the tomb. So I'm just putting a heap ton of glue. Probably don't even need that much. And that's going to be Jesus' tomb. And we're just going to set that down right close to the front because like I said, we're going to be creating Calvary Hill back there. So Calvary Hill is where Jesus and the other 2 sinners were hung on the cross. So just like that. Now this is where it's going to get tricky. I don't know where my, oh, here it is. Here it is. I'm looking for this. I use this for everything. I get this at the Dollar Tree. It comes in a 3-pack in the cake decorating section. Okay, I'm going to put a piece of paper under this. I'm thinking if I separate this corner to corner, that will be a good start. Let's see if I can accomplish that with just, yeah, pretty good. All right, so what I'm doing with these now, the nice little wedges are going to work as our hill. So it's going to be messy. We'll have to break this little tip off and squish that down. And then the same here. We're just going to squish that down and make that fit. We're just stuffing the back here. We can even stuff this. We need stuff in there, so because we're going to put our crosses in there. So let's just stuff that right now full of the floral foam. Okay. And then the back is okay. We can put a little bit of foam in the back because you know, it's a hill, right? It's a hill, so we can just put a little bit of foam here. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue in to hold these pieces nice and snug, okay? So I'm just filling up the space. Nothing too tedious. Put a little bit more glue here. And if it doesn't fit, just smush it in. It will fit. It will stay. This one's glued to my thumb. Oh, it's still glue. I'm going to stuff it somewhere. Oh, 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 oh. All right, that's pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff the front just a little bit more. Can you see what we have? Right? So I'm just going to give it a little bit more fullness in the front of the tomb here. So let's start by cutting that in half. Oh, let's do it in half again. And stick this half over here. Do have to trim it a little bit. You can also stick it to the tomb, which is our little garden pot. We need a glue stick. A glue stick. Sorry for the sniffles. It's allergy season, and I guess I'm experiencing the sniffles from that because I'm a New England girl, and normally I don't have allergies to Florida, but the doctor said you can develop them at any time. So I've lived here long enough now that it's my turn. All right, we have stuffed around our tomb, built up a little hill there, and now I have to clean this mess off for a moment, and let's just get this mess out of here. Put that over there, and just put this on here for now, and I can get it into the, I do have, it's ridiculous, look at it flying. I'm not even going to probably make it to the trash. I did. But I have an overhead fan on and an air conditioner blowing, so, and some of that fuzz just went up my nose, so I have to get that out of there before I go any further. Sorry, I did that on camera. Hey, real life here, right? We all blow our nose. Okay, I thought what I would do is take this paper, and all it is pieces of coffee paper, and I am just going to make this like my ground cover, okay? So I'm just going to, let's just see here, cut around here so that I can glue that down and around. So now I'm just going to put glue all over all of the foam and the tomb, and we're just going to glue this paper right down. Smush it in there. Smush, smush, smush it in, because we are going to cover this up with moss. So let's glue that down. We'll glue this down a little better. Ow, that's hot. Very, 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 very hot. I'm just trying to smush my paper down so it's really a ground, right? So there's no little, whoop, a little more glue wherever we need it. And that is really, really hot. It's easier to go back and put your glue on where you need it. Let's get a finger protector for this piece here, because I see a burn all over that piece there. And then it's easier to do it right the first time. Okay, so that's pretty good. I guess I'll put a little bit. Okay. Woo! Hot, hot. All right, you guys, there is, I'm gonna just trim the paper a little bit right here, just because it's sticking up a little bit too much. And then I'll put a little tiny bit of glue and glue that down to the, what do you call this? Saucer. Can't think of what you call this little thing. It's a saucer. Just so that it doesn't show. All right, good enough. Now we're gonna get the reindeer moss out. This is coming along so nice. So I have a bunch of different mosses that I pick up, and I noticed some of the colors vary. So that's cool because the ground does, right? The ground isn't all the same either. I also have a little bit of the dead peat moss. It's really spongy, and I will put a little, all Dollar Tree, and I will mix in a little bit of that too, just to make it look a little bit more real. All right, I'm gonna start right here down at the bottom of my hill, and I'm gonna cover it with moss. Separate that thickness there. And where's my protector here? Smush that down. cover all that up. And so that's what I am going to keep on doing, is just cover this with glue and then moss. Any little pieces that fall off, I'm going to use to my advantage. So I'll pick the little bits up and I'll just stick them right back down. Let's see if I can get a big piece here. Here's a good sized chunk. And we can put that over here. Oh, we're going to go through the glue though. We are going through the glue. That's why I said, get your glue guns ready, because we are going to be using a lot of glue. No paint today. No paint. All glue. So just stick it down wherever, and then you can go back and fill in all the little spots, right? Like this piece is really hard, so I'm going to put that right here. It looks like a good spot for that. Stick that right down there. And so it's kind of like a puzzle piece. You're just covering, and you could, if you find sheet moss, you could do this with sheet moss. I don't have any sheet moss. I remember the Dollar Tree selling sheet moss, but I don't use a lot of it, so I'm trying to thin this out because it doesn't have to be thick. It just needs to have coverage. So it doesn't have to be thick, we just want coverage. So try to thin it out little bits, because it'll be hard to go through this with our crosses if it's too thick. So I'm just like unfolding and pulling it a little bit, tugging. Very easy, it comes apart. So we'll put that there. You're just sticking this anywhere to cover all that ugly ground we made, because it's gonna just be Calvary Hill and no one's gonna know that it's all paper and styrofoam and floral foam. And that is the fun of creating, right? Taking something that it's not meant to be and creating it. All right, we have a big glue string here that I want to pull off. And I'm going to put another one right here. And I'm going to open up another bag. There's another little piece I can just glue on there. And I'm going to take this one, and this is a little bit darker, but it's going to be fine. So we're going to just glue it on. Try not to drag your glue gun across your project if you can help it, because when I do that, I'm making really big glue globs. Ooh. And it goes across it, and we don't want that look, because that's not a very pretty look, right? All that glue. But what we'll do at the end is we will take our heat gun, and that makes those melt, those finer ones, not so big. If it's a real big one, it's not going to help. But the fine little ones will be perfect, because when you add the heat to it, they just melt into the project like they were never there. We are almost done covering. I got to cover the front here. And then we're going to put some stones down. Some glue in the corner here. You have to do this corner over here, but look at how, so far, so pretty, right? Okay, let me just put another little pinch over here. I'm gonna tilt this up so I can get that floral foam on. Need a glue stick. one hand. That never works. One hand, Jill, never works. How about you guys? I cannot do things with one hand. And you know what? This is completely off the whole topic, okay? But you know what I just found out? I cannot see at night to drive. I can't see. I'm going to give this a little haircut. I can't see at night to drive, you guys. I'm 58. I'm not ashamed to say it. And I just can't see at night. So my grandson is in, I see a little bit over here that we need some glue and some moss. My grandson's in karate, and I'm really excited about it and having so much fun watching. I only got to go a few times, and now that was because my daughter was driving me, and you know, things change and she can't pick me up anymore. She's a 911 operator and barely making it home those nights herself to go pick him up and go to karate. So yeah, anyway, all right, so there is, oh, I see another one here. As I'm turning it around, I see another little piece of Calvary Hill sticking out over here. Let's glue some stuff down on that. Put this down over this paper back here. I think I'll put a couple of drops of glue and then just go at it here. Doop, doop, doop. Let's see what we got to grab, right? Grab that glue. Grab the glue. Cover that all up. Here's another little spot. So, what I am excited about is March 9th. What's today? I don't even know what today is. March 9th, we turn the clocks. I don't even know what the date is today, you guys, but it's not March 9th. But we turn the clocks back, so I'm excited about that. I know everybody's going to lose some sleep, and I'm sorry about that, but it's going to stay much lighter out for me at night, and I'll be able to go watch my grandson do, I always say play karate, but he goes, Nana Mom, you don't play karate, you practice karate. So anyway, you know how you play football, play basketball? Well, I keep saying play karate. Anyway, that's my age, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited that the clocks will be changing so that we can see later at night. Okay, Calvary Hill is done. The tomb is done. I'm going to put you on hold, clean up this mess because I'm OCD and I can't stand it. I'm going to get the little vacuum out and then I will be right back. Okie dokie, we are all cleaned up. We have our beautiful tomb in Calvary Hill. And now in reality, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, right? But in the little tiny bit of history that I know about this, in reality, the tomb, when Jesus came out of the tomb and he moved this huge stone and he came out of the tomb, he would have been facing Calvary Hill. So he would have seen the cross that he had just died on. That's where he had been hung on the cross, and when he died, they buried him in the tomb, which I don't know, you know, the logistics. But anyways, for today's craft, we're going to be representing Calvary Hill in the background and Jesus' tomb. And so I want to put some stones in here. So we have some Dollar Tree stones, and I'm just going to place and glue. I'm just going to place and glue them as we go because I'm going to try to put a little bit of glue down. I only want a little bit, right, of glue. I mean, I only want a little bit of stone in here. I'm going to try to get flat stones and just place them in as, you know, best I can here so that they're glued down, kind of like a puzzle. I know you can't see overhead, and I do apologize, but this is the only way I can do it. I've always done it this way, and until I get a new, you know, scrap phone that I can just use on Wi-Fi overhead to do these overhead videos, this is the way, unfortunately, I have to do it. So please bear with me. I will give you a good shot at the end. A nice close-up at the end. I know you're seeing the top of my head. I know it's not the best, but look, I'm just placing my stones into the hot glue, and I'm going to add a little bit more hot glue right on top of the moss, and just try to glue some more stones in. And if they do have more than one layer, it's okay, as long as they're going to be glued down. Let's see. I'm trying to put different variations of color in as I go, too. But I have to turn this around and look at it here. Alright, I think I need another stone here. And this one needs to be glued down better. All right. We have to let the hot glue They dared me on my, I don't sing that song, the hot glue song, when I'm live on Facebook, and they dared me this week to do it. They dared me to sing it over there live, but I didn't. I guess I saved that beautiful song just for you guys over here on YouTube. But I love my Facebook peeps. Most everybody watches me in both places anyway, so they know. Everybody knows. All right, now let me see. I ran out of glue. I don't know why the glue is not holding those rocks. A couple of my rocks. Don't know why. Maybe we just need a heap ton there. Heap ton. Alright, so that's pretty good with our stones in the tomb area there. Now, I want to take my sticks and I want to make some crosses. I already made the two thieves crosses, right? We'll say the two criminals crosses. And I made them a little bit smaller than I'm going to make the one that Jesus is on in the middle. And so I took my outside sticks and I am just going to take a little bit of glue. I want this to be a little bit bigger. Okay. So I'm going to just take a little daub of glue and I'm going to put my cross bar of my cross right across and let that glue for a minute. Okay? We don't want it crooked, so if we have to prop something under it, we just want that to be perfect because that's Jesus' cross. All right, now I'm going to take a little bit more while we're waiting for that, and I'm going to put a few more stones going into the tomb. Just a few more going in. Because that wouldn't be all, what is this made out of? These little pots. I don't know, cardboard it feels like, but I know they're not. Alright, let's just glue this one. And maybe one more small. Here's a small thin one. just put a few more going into the tomb. Isn't that adorable already? You already know what it is. I already know what it is, maybe. All right, now on these, I took a little bit of jute and I went around the cross, crisscross, and tied it to give it a decorative look and to also hold it together, right? So I don't know if this is ready yet, but to show you what I did, I took a long piece and I put it under the cross and I just tied it in an angle, crisscross going across. Let me show you. Okay, now I'm going to hold this piece, my tail, that I'm going to use to tie the end. I'm going to hold that up with the rest of my cross here in my thumb. And with this piece, I'm just going to go around a couple of times and then crisscross and go around a couple of times. And then when I come back up here, I'm going to tie it off in the back. And it makes it look prettier. You can't see the glue. It's going to hold up longer, right? We want this to hold up. And then I'm going to cut it off nice and snug in the back. And now we are going to place Jesus' cross in the center. Get some of these glue wet. My glue stones aren't staying here. Wonder why. Okay, so now I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna put Jesus' cross right down in the middle, and I'm gonna take an ice pick because we're gonna go through paper, and I'm just gonna make a little hole just to help, and then I'm gonna just take glue on all the sides of my cross. And knowing where that hole is, I'm going to just stick that down. Ow, 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 ow. Let me pull that up just a little bit. There we go. All right, so there's that one. This one came flying over. Now we're going to do the same with the other two. So I'm just going to put hot glue. I think I can probably poke this one through because it's at an angle. So I'm going to just stick this one now. I'm sticking this one a little bit more behind. Whoops. You know, in the background. And I'm going to do the same with this, but this one might not go as well. Let me just angle my stem if I can, because that kind of helped. Oh yeah, no, this one's going to just break apart. It's the stick. So we'll do the same thing. We'll find our spot. And we'll just pierce that paper good. And put a lot of glue all over our cross, the bottom of our cross. And then we're going to just stick that one in as well. Beautiful. So far, that is our project. Is that gorgeous or what? Now, there was a big stone in front of the tomb that Jesus miraculously moved. And I have a beautiful beach pebble stone that I'm going to write, "He is risen" on with a black Sharpie. And that actually, I already wrote one on a door, but I didn't think it was going to be big enough. But now that I'm looking at this, it's perfect. So before I even write with a Sharpie on a gorgeous rock, I already wrote on this rock, and it's going to be perfect. So see how that is? All right, let's get rid of these cobwebs, all of the cobwebs, and then we're going to move our rock to the side because he moved it over. All right, first of all, let's take some heat, and we're going to melt all those cobwebbies right in, blow off the stuff that's not glued down. You can pick it if it's a big one, pick it, right? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Get rid of all the stuff that wants to blow away. All the little moss in your rocks. And now there is no cobwebs. Let me get the little crosses. But I don't see any cobwebs now. So now I need to turn it back towards me, and I'm going to put "He is risen," and I'm going to glue it down and hope that it will stay here. Just like so. So I'm going to hold that. Just got more glue on there. That's all right. I won't pull it because it's a little bit wet. So cute, you guys. This is so cute. I'm going to pick a little bit of rock glue there, though. And then, yeah, I have a few little teeny weeny rocks. Here's a couple. I'm just going to, there's a couple of places while I'm waiting for my glue. For the big stone, "He is risen," I'm going to take the smallest ones I can find and just glue over some of the, where there is glue. You know what I mean? I don't want that to show. So I'm just covering up any hot glue. And you guys, this is it. He is risen. Amen to that. The only thing I really would add to this, and I don't think I have any with me, is a drape. A drape for Jesus' cross. But I don't have any handy fabric here. Let's see. I have lace. Let's see what lace would look like. I don't know. Lace isn't right. Lace is not right. It needs to be linen cloth. So, let me put you on hold for a second and we'll get some. Okay, I got this long little piece here. So, we want that down in the front and in the back, right? So let's just cut this off here and here, and we are going to just give this a little tiny bit of glue. It's perfect just as it is. This, I believe, represents the cloth that Jesus, oh no, I don't think so. I don't really know what this represents, so I'm not going to lie about it. I know it's a drape, but he was naked on the cross, so anyway, I'm not going to, somebody tell me what that represents. Excuse me. All right, you guys, that is our beautiful Calvary Hill and Jesus' tomb. He is risen Easter craft. Is that beautiful? That was so much fun to make, in all earth elements. All earth elements. I just love that. Let me stand up and give you a really good close-up. Rocks, moss, planter pot, a rock that fits over the door, and our crosses. So nice. So very, very nice. All right, everybody. So that is our craft for today. I hope you love it like I do. And this is a really good time. I kind of want that wrinkled up a little bit. But anyway, this is a good time to give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this video. I am so close to my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by April when I go on my cruise. something, a little something to celebrate, right? And so help me do that if you wouldn't mind. Share this, share it on Facebook, share it on wherever you want, any social media. Share it with your friends, family, and all the people that you love. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, because when we do reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a subscriber appreciation giveaway. So you'll want to be subscribed, because you have to be subscribed to win. And I think that'll do it for today, you guys. I hope you love this as much as I do, and I will see you again tomorrow for Tuesday Tree Haul. And until then, I hope you be good and do good. Bye now.